Once you find out that you're pregnant and once you have a child, it's time for you to handle your business. What's up, y'all? It's your girl B Octavia, and I am back with another video. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is B Octavia. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Washington, D.C. Now, today's video, I want to call it a call 'em out, right? But this will also be a PSA to young mothers. As a young mother myself, I feel like even before I became a young mother, I seen a lot of young mothers make excuses for their behavior. And the main excuse is because they're young. Now, this PSA is going out because, quite frankly, I'm tired of the excuses. When I became a mother, I was 20. And that's not that young compared to, how young a woman or young girls get pregnant. But that's fairly young. Now, when I became a mother, as soon as my child was born, I knew that I had to grow up in every type of way. I knew that I would have to make sacrifices, and I didn't know how many sacrifices. I didn't know specifically what those sacrifices would be until we started going through our journey, And a lot of young mothers, they fight with the feeling that they've been trapped, right? I want to speak on that. And while sometimes it is a trapping situation, especially you young, vivacious, you got things going for you, and a bum sees that as attractive, but a bum doesn't have anything to add. Only things to subtract. But you have to be conscious of that. So, when a lot of young mothers say that they got trapped, it's like, well, you saying it like your legs wasn't open. Let's just be honest. Let's have a real conversation here. You really saying it like you wasn't laying down receiving pipe. Let's not try to push all the blame where you want to, and let's see it for what it is. And the reality of it is, even if it was a trapping situation and a nigga's like, well, whatever. Even if it is a trapping situation, once you find out that you're pregnant and once you have a child, it's time for you to handle your business. It ain't time to push blame nowhere. It's too late for that. It's way too late for that. That's just like the saying, don't let a nigga get you pregnant. I already made a video on that, and I'll link that video below. But that goes within the same thing. Don't make the excuse after you have your child of you being young, so you want to still go out and do things that you did before. And sometimes people have it gushy like that, Some young parents actually have it gushy like that to the point where their parents are stepping up in a major way, taking care of your child like they birthed them. And those people are called enablers. Don't be an enabler. Don't do it. Because it's only going to get worse. If you, as the person that's watching this child, says, oh, it's just because they're young. Well, no. No. That's no good excuse. Once you have a child, you're grown. You have to take care of another person. You have to be responsible for a whole nother life. So, you're still a kid? So, no. To me, you're not considered young anymore. You're considered a parent. Period. Don't be an enabler, because it's the most frustrating thing to see. I know, and I've witnessed a lot of enabling. And it only builds your resentment towards, if it's your child, your own child. Tell them that they done laid down and had the kids, and tell them that it's their responsibility to take care of and be with their child. That's the way it goes. I remember when I came home from the hospital with my daughter, and my mother told me, she was like, oh, if you need me, if you need any help throughout the night, just come and get me. I never did. You want to know why? Because if I even did that one time, if it was a scenario where my child was coughing or choking or something, right? Anything that could be kind of scary, catch you off guard, whatever. And I went to go get my mother, even one time. You know what I do the next time? Go get her. And the next time, go get her. I didn't want to get comfortable with that. And I'm not comfortable with taking nobody out their sleep because I'm scared or something, or you know what I'm saying? This is my child. And I have to go through those experiences. You know how many times people have invited me out in the nighttime after having a child, and I realized, you must don't care about my damn safety. Think about it like this. If you leave your child after your child is sleeping, right? And in your mind, you're like, well, they're asleep. You know, nothing can happen. Nothing can happen to who? Because something can happen to those kids. Anything can happen. They can have a nightmare and jump up and see nobody's there to help them. Or let's talk about you. I mean, let's talk about your safety. Let's talk about what would happen to you. You riding with a nigga. You got it in your mind. Oh yeah, they sleep. I'm good. Nothing's gonna happen. You riding with a nigga, you don't even know if he got enemies or not. You just riding with him, whatever. And then suddenly, a hailstorm of bullets come raining down on the damn car. What you think gonna happen to you? By the grace of God, you might not die, but you're gonna be fucked up. Now, when you recover, if you recover, how long that takes, who's gonna take care of your kids? All because you wanted to go out in the nighttime. I'm very serious about the safety of my child, and you have to be very serious about your safety, because there's nobody else that your child really is going to need. Your child needs you. So you got to think about yourself. You got to think about the safety of yourself, and just making those sacrifices. You have to. It's a many, like, yeah, I don't know how many young mothers I've seen, and I'm scrolling on Instagram in my bed. Okay, I'm like an old damn lady at this point, and I'm fine with it. I'm scrolling on Instagram in my bed, and I'm seeing many, many young mothers, and this was before quarantine. Young mothers out in the clubs every weekend. You really not thinking about the people that's watching your kids neither. Cause a lot of the same young mothers, they out on the weekends and they work Monday through Friday, which is fine. But your hours, how do you really expect to know what's going on with your child and how your child is feeling and just day-to-day things if you working from sun up to sundown, and then at night the kids is asleep, so you're really not having no interaction with your kids? Think about that. Sacrifices. And another thing that I've seen a lot is child molestation. And not seen with my own eyes. What I'm speaking on is a child getting older and having to tell their parent that wasn't there that they've been touched by somebody that you let into your child's life, that you let take care of your child. And your child has to tell you this. All because of money. One thing that I realized that's a huge sacrifice for me is knowing that, especially right now, as long as my child is straight with whatever she needs, I can go without as far as a lot of things. As long as that money, whatever money, is going towards the benefit of my child, I don't have to attain a certain wealth right now. That's not where my mind is. My mind is with the safety of my child. That's what type of parent I am. And honestly, I want every young mother to do better. I know that myself, I have work to do too. You know, my child is only 3, so I have a ways to go. And this is all a learning experience. And I never want any young mothers to feel attacked by somebody telling them what they need to hear. But if it's the truth, it's the truth. And I'm tired of the excuses. Because when it comes out of your mouth, it sounds really foolish. And when it comes out of the enabler's mouth, it is really foolish. You know? We, as young parents, have to level up the standard, you know? And not follow the same guidelines and follow the same path that our parents followed. We have to. We can't keep going on this dysfunctional path and not thinking about the feelings of our children, because it's very important. This is the time where we really see their personality show through. Before any insecurities, before any bullying or anything like that. We see it. So we have to be there for them, because they're the future. Not many people told me when I was younger that I would be the future. So I didn't feel that. But I can see it with my child. So her safety, her happiness, her bubbly personality, I want all of that to be protected. And I do anything to protect it. And we all can learn, you know, but it's not fair for you not to be conscious. You know, it's not fair of that. It's not fair for your child, for you not to be conscious of your actions and how they affect your child. This time ain't all about niggas. It ain't all about finding a boyfriend. It ain't all about getting your baby daddy jealous or getting them mad or putting them on child support. It ain't all about none of that. It's about you as the mother taking care of your child. All that other shit is out the window. It's time to really grow up and be the young mothers and be the mothers that we will be proud of growing up, you know? The mothers that we look at and we smile at, you know? It's time to really do better. So, I say that to say, do better and you'll get better. And it's your girl, B. Octavia, and I will see y'all in my next video.